Hello my friends, this is FC7 and today I'm going to do a walkthrough of the Wizard Epic 1.5, the Staff of Prismatic Power. This was done in August of 2018 with a level 105 Wizard. So let's get started with the lore. Okay, the lore. You have to find Talwyn Flamecaller in Lavastorm Mountains. He was sent by Solusek to discuss the matter of joining his legion. In order to do that, you must assemble a wand to help focus your energy, because every soldier of Solusek wields one. So the lore is nothing too complicated, and it all starts here in Lavastorm Mountains, and I'll show you where to find Talwyn. This is zoning in from the guild hall. Let's go to Lavastorm. So we will go through Lavastorm here and find out where Talwyn is. And just a reminder as well, it's hard to pronounce some of these names of these NPCs, so I apologize in advance if I pronounce them wrong. And while we're starting this, I recommend getting your tailoring skill up to level 130 because you will need that during this quest, which isn't too bad considering some of the other epic quests need you to do some trade skills. Tailoring is not too hard to get up, so tailoring is one of the easy ones. There's plenty of guides out there. So here's the NPC we need, Talwyn Flamecaller. Go through his dialogue and hail him, and when you say what fluxing rod, you will start the quest. And the next step is to go to the Wall of Slaughter, and you will need to find the Girplan Guardian, and I will show you the location. This is also teleporting in from Guildhall. And I also have a couple of other alts that I have helping me, so if you see some of my other alts, they're there to help. There's the NPC we need. Like right now I'm on my druid, and that is my wizard right there. So we will need to defeat him and loot a fluxing staff. Sorry to people that are lower level, but this is done by level 105, so all of these events are trivial. I apologize to people on the progression servers that might be doing this, but I'm just going to roll over these events, these raid events. So now that we have the fluxing staff, we can move on to the next step, which is handing it in. Now there's talk you can either save all of these parts and hand them in at the end, or you can do it one by one. I did this one by one, so whenever I get one of these items, I hand them in to Talwyn. But I believe afterwards you can do it either way. So the next step is to go to the Scarlet Desert, and you will need to find the Elite Son Revenant, and I'm showing you his location. You'll need to go right over here where this huge cauldron is, and actually get inside the cauldron, and you need to type out and say, "I have come for your gem." Now you can either use Rocketeer boots, or what I did was just levitate over to inside the cauldron. This is a little bit to the right of the cauldron area, so just cast levitate and levitate over. So you have to get inside the cauldron there, and the Sun Revenant should spawn. So then type out, "I have come for your gem," and he'll spawn a little ways away and start attacking you. So you have to loot the fluxing gem from his corpse. And there's not much to say about this part, except getting in the cauldron is a little bit difficult, and knowing when he spawned was a little bit hard because he spawned quite a ways away. But eventually he spawned out. So now back to Talwyn in Lavastorm and hand in the gem. So now it is on to the Plane of Nightmare, and you need to find an NPC named the Hobgoblin Horrorfiend, and he's back in the cave area. I will show you his location from the zone in. If you've never been into the Plane of Nightmare, you might not know that there are caves underneath this water. So we'll just go underneath the water and get into the caves and find the NPC we need. And he will drop the Fluxing Ruin. And get back here and defeat him. Get through the cave system. It's quite a long distance to his location, so I apologize I'm showing the whole thing, but part of the reason I do these videos is to show locations that people read in write-ups, because there are a lot of guides out there online, but I don't see many on YouTube that show exactly where the locations are. That can really be a time killer. So we'll go back here. And a lot of these NPCs, these mobs aggro because they are C and Viz mobs. But like at my level, they cause no issues because I'm so high level. So there's the NPC we need right in the back of the cave. Just get rid of a lot of these trash mobs. We'll kill this guy who looks like he has claws on his hands like Wolverine. And we'll loot the item we need, the Fluxing Ruin. And now it's back to Talwyn and Lavastorm Mountains. Hand that in. Okay, so do the turn in and just ask what fluxing ore, and he will send you to the ruined city of Dranic. And you need to find the ore in the rat caves. This is zoning in from the blood fields. This is the old ruined city of Dranic, not the newer one. And the ore can be found anywhere in those caves, so look really closely. Mine was located up on the top here. So once you find that, go back to Talwyn and hand it in. At this point, he will give you a staff of fluxing power. It should be on your cursor. And then you just say, tell me about this powerful item, and that will lead you to the next step of the quest. And the next step of the quest is in the Cavern of Exile, also known as Soul Sea. And there's directions up there on the screen how to get there, because it is an obscure zone. So this is zoning in, and I will show you the location of where this event starts, because you need to loot an item from the Pure Flame Elemental. Just go through here, and where this axe is swinging, just take a right into this lava. The item you need to loot is the Wisp of Pure Flame, but you need to complete the small ring event first, right in this room. So just kill everything in this room, and eventually he will spawn. And this is the location right here on the map. Right there. So here's the part where the Pure Flame Elemental spawned for me. He's not too difficult to defeat. At level 105 again. Some people are having some trouble with this at lower levels, but it was easy for me. And there's the wisp that we need to loot. Not there. There. And now it is on to, well, go back to Talwyn. So we will go back and hand it in to Talwyn quick. And then he will send you to the next area you need to go to, which is the Siren's Grotto. So he'll give that item back and tell you your next step. So we'll go to Siren's Grotto and you need to find the Mistress of the Darkwater. And it's easy if you have evac. You just zone in and then evac, and then it should take you back to these caves. And then just go from the caves to this little area here near the back of the zone. And the Mistress is located down here, so just jump in this well and you should find her no problem. And she's a rather easy fight too. Basically just find the back of the zone and she'll be back here in this well. Then you will need to loot the shard of pure ice. And there are a lot of mobs back here that assist. So loot that and then give it back to Kalym. And now he will send you into the plane of Tranquility to find an NPC named Kalym Rasalan. So here we are in the POT, and I'll show you Kalym's location quick. And you will need to hail him, and he will give you a silken tapestry. You'll need to combine that with a silk cord and a backpack pattern. This is where you need to get your skill up to at least 130. Okay, so I'm going to put the ingredients up on the screen that you'll need to tailor. This is nothing too difficult. Just gather up the spiraling silks and create the silk threads you need, and then create the silk cord. The backpack pattern you can just buy in the bazaar, or there's plenty of places that sell the backpack pattern. So I suggest maybe pausing the video where I had the ingredients up if you need. So we'll just hit combine, and there we have the silken tapestry satchel. Bring that back to Talwyn, and bring it back to Talwyn and not the other guy, because I made that mistake. So he'll give that back. At this point in the quest, you need to gather 4 prismatic crystals from around Norath, and I'm going to show you the location for each one. One is in Tamorius Deep, and again, this is a long run, and I apologize, but it's necessary to find out exactly where to go. You'll save yourself a lot of time by just following exactly where I'm heading here, because Tamorius Deep is a very large zone. So at this point, you might want to just relax and watch where I'm going. Maybe put on your favorite CD or MP3. Just run through here. Just go across the water. So be up by this statue. So you'll know you're in the right spot when you see the statue, and then just come down to this fire pot. This fire, yeah, I think it's a fire pot. and then it should be right inside there. So there's one of the 4 prismatic crystals. And now on to the Twilight Sea. Okay, so here in the Twilight Sea, I will show you where the next prismatic crystal is located. Right up here on the map. And again, this is zoned in from Guildhall. So we'll just go through this area, and might be some silence here while I show you the location, because this is pretty much a long run, and it's in a spot of the zone here I've never been to before. I've never been through this tunnel and through the other ways, so this was new to me. So we just come through here, just keep following the stream back, and eventually you'll get to a spot with a waterfall. And there's the waterfall. So the prismatic crystal that spawns can spawn in the room, in the tunnel inside that waterfall, or on top of the waterfall where you see the water falling on the rock. I guess it's random where it spawns. But the one for me was right in here to the left. Right there. But you might want to look in each tent to make sure, because I guess they randomly spawn. They can spawn in each one of those tents or outside in the waterfall. So in Duloc, this one is a lot different than the rest. Okay, the next one is Duloc, and it's a little bit different than the rest. I think there is a chance for ground spawns, but you have a better chance if you defeat an NPC named Treasure Sorter Neben, and I'll show you where I found him. But apparently any treasure sorter can be a placeholder for him. And he will drop the prismatic crystal. This step actually took me the longest because I was waiting for him to spawn. It helps to have a tracker alt if you have a tracker, but you don't need it. Just destroy everything in the zone. And eventually he'll spawn and drop the item that you need. So I found him in this area right here. So after he spawned, this took like hours, maybe even a couple days of waiting. I don't know why this one gave me such difficulty. So loot the prismatic crystal and be on to the next zone, which will be Vexar. So I will teleport to Vexar and show you where the next item is. This is from the zone in, and again I'll show you the entire trip to the location. There are multiple locations, and I'll try to show each one for possible spawns on the ground. So we'll come through here, go down the tunnel, the underwater tunnel, and bring up the map quick so you can maybe see where we are. So in the pool on the left and the pool on the right there and this pool. What you have to do is go in and you press duck, and you look underwater to see if you can find the little item, the prismatic crystal. It'll look like a little bag. So it will be in one of those 3 pools, or I will show you some more spawn locations. It can be right here. Just be sure to look at the ground really carefully. So just get rid of these guys quick. You have a lot of aggro from coming through here. So just keep looking at the ground where the water is, and right here where the mushrooms are. Or go up the steps, come around here, and there's also a spawn location right there at the top of that little mound. Okay, on to the last item you'll need, and that will be in the Plane of Innovation, and that will be a Cohesion gem. It can drop from any mob, any trash mob, so just collect as many as possible and just start destroying them. This is a good spot to use beam spells. So what I'll do is just collect a bunch of them and just beam them, and then search through and see if the Cohesion gem drops. This took me maybe 5 minutes, so it didn't take too long. Plane of Innovation is always a fun zone to go to. So that's what it looks like right there. So we'll just loot that and be on to finish this quest. So now you'll need to go back to Lavastorm Mountains and combine in the satchel the Cohesion gem, 4 prismatic crystals, the staff of fluxing power, the shard of pure ice, and the wisp of pure flames, and then hand it in. So that is the end of the quest. And overall, I would say this quest is pretty fun. It's pretty standard as far as 1.5 quests go. It's one of the better looking 1.5s, if not in the top 3. It's pretty flashy when you have it equipped. I don't remember seeing many of these back in the day. But I will equip it here and show you. Yeah, that's definitely really neat, really cool looking. So I hope everybody had a good time watching this, and if you followed along, thank you. Here's the item linked. So that's just about do it for this video. I thank you everybody again for watching. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thank you.